Hello, loves. Welcome to a rather different video than you're used to on my channel. We're going to be doing a little Q&A and a little mini office tour. I know a lot of you guys have been asking for an office tour. Now, my office is far from complete still. There's still a lot of stuff I need to do in this room. But I thought it would be best to show you guys my office this way because also I need to show off the new desk that FlexiSpot has sent to me. It's a stand-in electric desk that I am absolutely in love with, and I can't remember how I worked without it. It is that good. It really is. And I'm not lying to you. I will not lie to you about it. You know that. We'll talk a bit more about the desk in a sec. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I've filmed kind of walking through my passageway upstairs to my office. I'm going to do a voiceover to it, mainly because the audio on my camera, like the built-in audio, is a bit shit. And it just sounded a little bit crap. So I'm going to do a little voiceover instead and kind of talk over the little video that I've put together for the office. And then what we'll do afterwards, I'm going to show you the desk as well, show you how it works and whatnot. And then you guys asked me 200 questions. Wow. I'm certainly not going to be answering 200 questions, but I've picked out 30 that I thought would help you guys get to know me a little bit better. What am I about? Who am I? Sounds so conceited. I promise I'm not. But I'm always interested in these kind of videos anyway, these kind of sit down, chilled out videos. This camera angle is a bit different for me as well. You're like directly in my face. But yeah, I thought this would be a bit of fun. So without further ado, let's get into the video tour. So here we are, my lovelies. This is my shaky hand footage with my camera. It's like a dad with a camcorder. There's my bathroom. Little cheeky toilet down there. Look lovely. Needs a good clean. I will say that. It does look clean in there. But it definitely needs a clean. I bet people looking at it, that doesn't need a clean. I'm a Virgo, and that's all I'm saying. This is the entrance to my office. There's Sheila standing there in all her finery. This is my amazing logo. I know you guys have seen this before, but that's what my client had done with me. Oh my God, look at my shaky hand. Absolutely hysterical. My fanny is on, by the way. This is a little shelving unit. I think I got the shelving unit from Wayfair. It's just like a little ladder shelving unit. It's pretty generic. There's my PlayStation 4 Pro or PS4 Pro with all my crystals, a bit of jasper, amethyst, lovely bit of quartz. This is my Lego Central Perk. Actually, not even mine. It's Tom's, but I've stolen it. I definitely want to collect more Lego, especially for this room. And here's just a few of my books. These are like the books that I'm kind of reading at the minute. That is all the Anne of Green Gables book set that we've got going on. All of the Game of Thrones collection, which I have yet to finish, and I definitely will. And then going up into some more other books as well. We've got the Philip Pullman, all of the Golden Compass, and we've got obviously some Harry Potters. There's some first editions in there, by the way. That's how long I've been a fan for. And a few pop figures. I'm not really a collector of pop figures as such, but I do like a bit of Harry Potter, so I had to get them. And then obviously a few of my PlayStation 4 games, mainly the games that I kind of rotate and play around a little bit. This is a poster, a print of Dartmoor National Park. This is right by where I live. It's got wild ponies and everything on there. It's an amazing, amazing place. And these are some of my prints that I'd shown you guys before. I will link everything down below as well if you do want to go to the sites and grab these because they are so cool. We got a Mario Kart. We've got a Tomb Raider. My camera's not focusing well, but I just love the style of them. And obviously we've got a Game of Thrones because I'm a massive Game of Thrones fan. Okay, so here we are at my setup. Now this is all going to change. I want to get some shelves around it. And I want to get a cabinet, another one of the little metal filing cabinets that I've got off to the left there. This is my chair. It's from Noble Chairs. It's the most minimal gaming chair I could find, and I do not recommend it. It is so uncomfortable. Yeah, do not buy that. A candle, obviously. Fresh cut gardenia, if you will. my stream deck, my dusty stream deck. I promise I cleaned everything beforehand. But I think because I turned on my fan, it's just blue dust everywhere again. And the Virgo in me is cringing at the amount of dust that we've got going on here. But I promise this workspace is clean. Corsair K95 keyboard, I think it is. Just showing you where the cabinet's going to go. My headphones are Steel Series 8, I think, in grey. I just, again, like how minimal they are and kind of ungamery they look. This is my microphone, the Shure SM7B, the absolute microphone of dreams. I love it. It is such a good microphone. And this is the preamp that I've got. It's the DBX. Ugh, I can't remember what it is. I will link it down below. You need this to make that microphone work, else you will, no sound will come out of it. It's weird. Don't ask me. I'm not an audio expert. And this is my audio interface. It's the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. Just to give my microphone a boost. And these are my monitors. They are 28-inch Samsung 4K monitors. I love them. They are the absolute dream. I do want a third monitor, but at the minute, the one I've got does not work with these two. It's a bit weird. We're going to ignore my cable management towards the back there, even though I am trying to get in behind the wall to show you inside my PC. All of my PC specs are in my About section on YouTube if you are interested to go and have a look. I am upgrading the PC this year, so everything will be changing slightly. But my graphics card is an Iorus GTX 1080 Ti 11 gigabytes. If you want to know that. This is the cabinet, yes, but everything is out of focus. I'm so sorry. One day when the office is completely done, I will give you a proper tour. And here I am on the desk of dreams. This is the Flexi Spot standing desk. I will leave a link to it down in the description box. You can set this to your desired heights just by one click of a button. You can raise the desk so it suits your height perfectly. And you can also set a timer on it so it reminds you when to stand. I will leave links down below in the description box to the Flexi Spot website so you guys can go over and have a little look at the desks that they've got on offer. Well, there you have it, my friends. A little mini tour. A little mini tour of my office and my new desk that are obviously from Flexi Spot. Go over to their website and have a little look at some of their products. You won't be disappointed. So, I've got 30 questions here from you lovely people. We're going to be starting with this one. This is from Daniel, obviously. And it says, other than moist, what's your favourite word that other people typically hate? Mine is thrust. That is a very good word. I do like it. Mine's probably minge. And it's a love-hate with that word. Yeah, I would definitely say minge. Such an awful name for it, isn't it? Really? Such an awful name for it. I can only apologise to you females out there. But yes, minge. Minge is the answer to that one. Let's get on to the next one. And this is from Suzanne Killars. If you could host a dinner party with any celebrity or historical figure, who would you invite and why? Oh, this is a hard one. This is a hard one. I'm going to go for I'm going to pick two. I'm going to pick two people. First one, I'd probably say David Bowie because I grew up with his music. My dad was a huge fan of his music and I just loved everything that he kind of stood for. This androgynous figure. And I don't know. It would definitely be David Bowie, though. I think he's really interesting. All the interviews and stuff I've watched with him. I would definitely say him. Yeah, without a doubt. Historical figure, I would probably say Martin Luther King. I would like to ask him what he thinks about the current climate in 2020 and how it differs when he was alive. Especially with the Black Lives Matter movement that's going on and will always be going on. Yeah, I would like to sit him down and ask him his thoughts on it. And I don't know, yeah, I would definitely say Martin Luther King. I'd find him quite interesting to talk to as well. I've watched all of his kind of speeches and I always find him quite powerful. So yeah, I would definitely say him. Definitely say Martin Luther King and David Bowie. I think that's a good couple. A good couple. Next. This is from my friend Leander. Hello, darling. What's one thing people would never know about you just by looking at you? P.S. I love and miss you. I love and miss you too. People wouldn't know by looking at me that I used to be a champion dancer. Cannot believe I'm admitting this on the internet, but I used to do dance competitions a lot when I was younger. And I've won quite a few. I won't lie to you. So yeah, I would definitely say I'm not going any more into that, but yes, I used to be a champion dancer. What kind of dancer, you may add? I'll leave that up to you. Next one is from Ivy Schneck. Is this Schneck? Schenk. Oh, Schenk. Schneck. I'm sorry, Ivy. It's Schenk, maybe? Or I don't know. I'm going to crucify a lot of names. I will warn you now. How did you meet Tom? Also, if you are willing, how and when did you come out to the people in your family? I met Tom, God, 2010 was when we first got together. He was actually dating one of my friends. Or was dating one of my friends, sorry. And it wasn't really much dating. They kind of fooled around for about 3 months. And this friend in question, I don't really see anymore. They live somewhere else. And yeah, we just hit it off. We hit it off completely. And here we are 10 years later. And we're still together, which is good. Very good. But yeah, 10 years. That's how I met Tom. We went out on a night out and it just started from there. It did. And if you are willing, how and when did you come out to your family? My God, I was 16. Yeah, I was 16 when I came out to my family. And I kind of didn't come. My mum and dad pulled me up to their bedroom, and just sat me down. And my mum was like, have you got anything that you would like to tell us? And I was just like, oh shit, what have I done? What have I done? Because at that time I was sneaking out to go clubbing. I was like, shit, she knows I'm going clubbing at 16 when you're not legally in England or in Britain. You've got to be 18 before you can do that. So I thought it was that. And I was just like, shit, she knows that I'm going out. And then I was like, no, I think this is something completely different. And I just blurted it out there and then. And no, I knew what my family would be like. And they were absolutely, completely and utterly fine with it. Main reasons being there are people in the LGBTQ plus community in my family. My uncle being the main kind of matriarch of that. Sadly passed away a few years ago. He was one of my kind of influences, the person that I looked up to a lot. He'd been through it all. He'd been gay through the 1950s, and you know what that would have been like back then. He was out and proud then as well, so I always looked up to him immensely. So I always knew that it wouldn't be a kind of negative thing that I did come out to my family. They kind of accepted what they did with open arms, and I knew that. But it just took that one kind of like jump for me to come out to my family by my mum and dad pulling me up into the bedroom and asking me point blank. And I'm glad that they did. And I know not a lot of people out there get that opportunity and get the reaction that I did. And I'm sad. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for you that you didn't kind of get that reaction. It's very, very sad. And I know of people, friends as well, that didn't get that reaction. So, but just think of it this way. You're part of a bigger family now. You're part of our family, the LGBTQ plus family. So, and if you are struggling to come out, then don't feel pressured to. Maybe come out to someone you're close, really close with, and you can trust, and just let it start naturally from there. Yeah, that's what I would say. Okay, next. Lottie Doyle. What did you want to be when you grew up? If you weren't a hairdresser and now an awesome full-time content creator, thank you very much, Lottie. I will pay you later. What would you want to be? I always wanted to be a storm chaser. I did. I wanted to go and study meteorology. I always wanted to be a meteorologist. And the reasons for that is I was a massive fan of the movie Twister when I was younger. I was just like, imagine being that. Imagine chasing tornadoes and the rush of adrenaline. That really appealed to me. So yeah, that was my dream job growing up. Kind of changed there as I discovered boys. Okay, next one. Marjorie Diamond. Hello, darling. Travel bucket list. After this nasty thing going on right now is over, of course. Of course. Travel bucket list. There's two main ones, and you guys know these, I think. And they are Canada and Japan. I've always wanted to visit these places. They've been on the top of my list forever, and I will make it happen within the next few years. And I will definitely vlog those travels as well for you guys. So that could be quite fun. That could be quite fun. But yeah, that's my bucket list. Anything else is just a bonus, to be honest. Next question from Easy. I hope I got that right. More funny and filthy stories, please. We need more stories like the landing. I could never go up and down the stairs without thinking about it. I'm dead. Also, when are you dropping some merch? Please make it available here for us in the US too. More funny and filthy stories, please. I will make sure what I need to do is kind of write down some of my memories. And I'm just going to bring them out randomly throughout this Let's Build series. I think that'd be the best way to do it because we need a few more sayings and whatnot. And speaking of sayings, when are you dropping some merch? I'm going to be dropping some merch as soon as if I hit 100k. I would love to do that. I've been approached by a few companies. So yeah, when and if I reach 100k, I will drop some merch for you guys. I think that's the best way to do it. Okay, next question is from Claire Bradley. What has been your favorite build you have done for your channel and why? You can tell I'm a teacher with the why bit. My favorite is probably the council block in Newcrest. I love the personalities and how each flat represents them. Watching you do this speed build inspired me to have a character in mind each time I build. Is the best way to build. It is. It makes me use more different styles. Thank you for such a fabulous channel and community. I love seeing the supportive comments between people on your videos. I do too. Like, you guys blow me away with that. And Claire is so right here. Like, it is amazing. It really astounds me seeing you guys interact with each other as well in the comments. Like, I love it. It's my favorite thing about reading the comments. It really is. But my favorite build I've done for my channel was probably the... was it that one? I think it was the mid-century mansion. I did it in a style of Frank Lloyd Wright, who was a famous American architect. I just loved it. I loved the interiors. I loved the floor plan. I loved how it looked. I think I built it in Granite 4 somewhere. I'll try and leave a link down to it below. But yeah, that was probably my favorite build I've done for the channel. Okay. Next, from MKN. How long have you been playing and building? Sorry if I missed that. Does your hubby play any computer games? What do you think of the multiplayer online aspect they announced for The Sims 5? I've been playing The Sims since The Sims 1. So since The Sims 1 came out, I've been playing and building it. I was a huge fan of SimCity beforehand. And I remember seeing an advert on the TV for The Sims. And it just blew my mind. And I remember getting it for Christmas that year. So yeah, that's the answer to that. Does my hubby play any computer games? He does. Yeah, he does. He tends to stick with one. And that's Farming Simulator 2019. He is obsessed with it. I think he's probably got the same amount of hours in that game as what I have in The Sims 4. So that's saying something. He's obsessed with that game. He also plays City Skylines. He plays Call of Duty and stuff as well, but he's more of a realist. He doesn't really, like me, love story-based games or RPGs or, you know, that kind of thing. He's more of he likes Theme Hospital as well, likes that game. He's more of a strategic gamer, and yeah, that's what he likes. And what do I think of the multiplayer online aspect they announced for The Sims 5? I'm not all that interested in it, to be truthful with you. It might be quite interesting. I'm not going to just completely piss it off already. It could be interesting, but I'm not that interested in that. I don't play The Sims to go online and it's just not me. But I hope that they're concentrating on other things that need to be fixed first before an online aspect. There are bigger problems with The Sims games. Anyway, moving on. Rosie Kayak. What made you start YouTube and Twitch? As someone who wants to start making Sims content on Twitch but is lacking motivation, I'm really curious of what started your journey and led you to the amazingly hilarious and talented build videos you do now. Thank you so much, Rosie. It was, I always loved to build in The Sims. Always loved to build in The Sims. And I was like, there must be some kind of Sims content on YouTube somewhere. So I went out looking for it. And the first person that I came across was Delicacy. And I was watching her builds. I loved her build videos. That was my shit. I used to absolutely love watching all of them. I just don't get the time now, sadly. But yeah, that was how it kind of turned me on to kind of wanting, like, I could do that. I've always loved to build. People have always liked my builds when I've shown them, like my friends and stuff. So why not share it with the world? And that is what I did. So do it, Rosie. Do it. And one piece of advice for you, just be yourself. Because I wasn't myself in the beginning of doing content creation. And I really, really wish I was. Well. I really, really wish I did. Just show my true weird self because going back and look at some of those older videos, cringe. Big fat cringe. Anyway, next, Jay Murray. Mine is a simple question. What is your favorite sweary word? And I'm probably going to bleep that, but it's the word beginning with C. A lot of people around the world are like, whoa, but British and Australians, we use it quite a lot in our day-to-day lives. I call my best friend it. We call each other it. It's just a word. It can be a term of endearment. It can show that you're annoyed. But yeah, not a lot of people like that word. And I completely understand why, but I love it. Anyway, next. Harlot, starlet. Hello, my darling. What is your ethnicity? Because you always give me a spicy white vibe. I did my ancestry DNA. And I'm like, I think it's like 70% Great Britain. The 20-something% Irish and Scottish. So that is where my kind of Celtic bloodline comes from. That's why I've got a kind of darker skin, olive skin. And my uncle once said that our family actually originated from gypsies. So travelers. I know some people like frown on the word gypsies, but I think when you're using it to describe a like group of people in a derogatory way, yeah, it is. But that was what my uncle said that they used to like being called on. That's where my kind of spicy white vibe comes from. I'm also like 5% Swedish. Didn't know that was a thing. Could have gave me a bit more height considering I'm only 5'7". But okay. My PC sounds like it's going to blow up. Right. And this is from Barbara Grimm. Hello, my darling. It's always lovely to see you. As the last of 7 kids, are there more of you? Siblings? Yes, I have a brother and a sister. They're both older than me. They're both in their 40s. I love your humor. Are mum and dad funny too? They are. My dad is probably one of the most dry, sarcastic people you will ever meet. And my mum is a bit more out there with her humor. She's just very loud and gregarious. I love it. So yeah, I do get it from them. And are you and Tom similar or opposite? We're very opposite people, actually. Yeah, I'm a bit more kind of, I don't know, outgoing, you could say. Tom's very much a bit more of an introvert, but he speaks his mind. Sometimes I've got to be like, shut the fuck up. He's like, what? But yeah, we're quite opposite, but I think that always works well in a partnership. I think it does. And does he play The Sims? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't play The Sims at all. I've made him build before, but he doesn't. How does it feel knowing all these people are quoting you every day? Weird. And yeah, really, really strange, but I love it all the same. I love that we've kind of built ourselves a community around that kind of thing. I find it quite funny. I really do. Anyway, next one. Mermaid Loves Squirrel. What is your favorite place to visit in Greece? Sending all my love from Cyprus. And my favorite place that I've ever been to in Greece was Santorini, especially the town of Oia. It's spelled O-I-A. The sunset from there and stuff, it was just stunning. It was the most beautiful place I've probably ever been. I definitely want to go back, but I think I really want to try Mykonos. I've always wanted to go to Mykonos the next time I go to Greece. So maybe next year sometime, if Miss Rona will kindly absolutely do one. Next question is from Tiffany Chang. I hope I'm saying that right, Tiffany. Any tips for a new cosmetologist or hairdresser? Get as much training behind you as possible. Do lots of courses and find your own way of working. Don't stick to a textbook way of doing something. Make sure that you've learned from trial and error. Yeah, that would be my biggest tips for becoming a new cosmetologist or hairdresser. Definitely. And good luck if that's you, Tiff. Next is Shannon Ashley. What does your partner do to work? I'm nosy, sorry. I'm not going to be... I put this up because I get this question quite a bit. I'm not going to be telling what Tom does for a living. I'm sorry. But as I said, I want to keep that side of my life as private as I possibly can. And I hope you understand. Next is from Simply Coco. You are such an inspiration to me. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you for always being yourself. I'm really excited to take this journey with you now that you're full-time content creative. With that being said, what advice would you give me to help grow my channel? I'm fairly new and it can get discouraging sometimes to work so hard on something and absolutely love it and then only 30 people see it. I love what I do and I'll never stop, even if I never pass my 220 subscribers. So go over to Simply Coco and give him some love. But I was just wondering how you got to where you are now. Thanks and love you. Thank you so much, mate. What I would say is this is so hard because it's a thing about being a creator on YouTube. Just don't look at the numbers. It's just not worth it. It will eat you up and spit you back out. Don't watch them. I don't watch my numbers at all now. I have to look at my stats and stuff now a little bit more because obviously this is my job now. But just don't watch them. Don't put some... If you're happy with something that you put up there, then just be happy. Be happy that you've put it up there and people can find it if and when they can. Growing a YouTube channel, it takes a lot of hard work and dedication, I would say. I would say probably try and stick to a schedule. I wish I did in the beginning, but I knew that it wasn't my kind of like livelihood. So I'd never really took it that seriously. Whereas now I will always stick to this schedule. And what I would say, a lot of people say network. I didn't really do that. Main reasons being I don't like cliques. And you find a lot of cliques in communities, especially in gaming communities, where kind of content creators only stay with certain content creators and you never kind of see them broadening out and talking to other content creators. I never want that to be me. That will never be me. So what I would say is probably just find your way around the community by being a good person and yeah, that's about it, mate. I would say it. And just be yourself. Be yourself. Don't put any filters up. And you will find out that there are people out there that like you for who you are. And I wish I had that bit of advice for me when I first started out. I hope that helps. Next is from Michael Dell. Hello, Michael. When you first started on YouTube, did you ever imagine that you'd almost have 100,000 subscribers? It is honestly well-deserved, and I can't wait for the day that you reach that figure. Thank you so much, mate. You're such a kind human. I always see your comments everywhere. No is the answer to that. I did not think I would reach 100,000 subscribers. I still don't think I believe it. I have this thing with me when I kind of self-deprecate like my... Yeah, but no. I did not ever imagine that that would be the case. And it is certainly getting that way, isn't it? It's climbing. Next one is from Fantastic. I hope I'm getting that right. I'm so sorry if I'm not. Do you actually play with Sims in your own free time or do you just like to build? No, I used to a lot. I used to a lot with The Sims 3. And I have played around with The Sims 4 a bit, but nothing like I have done with The Sims 3 and stuff. And the main reasons being, I just don't really like The Sims 4 gameplay. I love the animations and stuff, but I just find it all very samey and, if I'm more honest, a little dull. So yeah, I don't play around with The Sims. I tend to build a lot in my free time, but I don't play with Sims, no. Next question is from Lenny Bonner. What are other ways that we can support you, merch or fan mail? I've had a few people ask me if I'm ever going to set up like a Patreon or something. I'm really uncomfortable about doing that. I don't know why. I'm just really uncomfortable about doing it. It doesn't sit with me the right way because I can't really give you guys anything back in return. And I know there's going to be people out there that say, oh, but you give us the content and stuff. But at the minute, the best thing to do would be to subscribe to me on Twitch. That's a monetary gain that I get. But other than that, until I've got merch and stuff, no, there isn't. Is the answer. Sorry, Lenny. And the next question is from Shadis. I've been following the developments on Paralives and would love to know what you think about the new simulation game. Are you excited to see what it could bring or not fancy it too much? I am super excited about Paralives. I'm in contact with a few of the devs, actually. So, I hopefully, once it comes out, I will definitely be bringing it to the channel. That is a definite. But yes, I'm very, very excited. I've got, like, dry lip. And the next question is from, I feel like you get up to some funny shit and probably filth on a night out. Reckon you're a right laugh. What's your funniest night out story? I would love to hear. Oh my God, I'm going to need to think about this for a minute. Okay, I've got one. I used to live with a friend in Brighton. He was a drag queen, really good drag queen as well. Very, very good. And one night we got home back to the apartment we lived, which was in Brunswick Place in Brighton. If anybody's from Brighton, they should know what those buildings look like. They were old Georgian townhouses, huge Georgian townhouses, and they were all kind of separated into apartments. And we'd forgotten our key, so we couldn't get in. And my friend, this is dangerous, by the way, do not do this. My friend thought it would be a good idea in full drag, massive wig, stilettos on like this, to climb in through the balcony. Climb in through the balcony to let us in through the balcony door, which we always used to leave open. And I've just got visions of my friend like Tomb Raidering across the balcony in full drag with this massive wig on, with people like looking out of the windows to see what the hell's going on. My friend's like, shout, "It's all right, Carol. Don't worry. I'm just getting into the apartment." And yeah, that was probably one of the funniest memories I've got of a night out, because I was on the floor absolutely dying of drunken laughter, watching my friend in full drag Tomb Raidering across the balcony to try and get back into the apartment that we lived. Yeah, that was a good memory. And this is from Cara, overland. Hey, Devon, if you have a time machine and you could see yourself in 5 years, where do you hope to be? What do you hope to be doing? Much love as always, Cara. Thank you so much. I don't really like looking to the future. I'm much more of a live in the present kind of person. So I never really do this. I never really look into the future to see where I would be. Hopefully, I'm still being a content creator. Hopefully, I'm still doing what I am doing now. But yeah, to answer that question, I know that's such a boring answer, but I don't really look to the future. I prefer to live in the moment. But hopefully, still doing this, because it would be lush, wouldn't it? Next question. Another one from iMaryZ. Another question. And I'm answering this, actually. I remembered why I've picked your question twice. What is your skincare routine? Just saw your IG story and makeup routine. Your skin looks so healthy. It's such a content creator thing, isn't it? We're like, hi guys, I'm going to drop my skincare routine because I know that you've all been asking me. I hate that, but I get this asked so many times, so I'm going to go through it with you now. I always cleanse my face with an oil cleanser to get all of my like CC cream that I use off and make sure my skin's really clear. I drink a lot of water, as you guys probably know. This is like a Brita filter water flask, which I absolutely love. I use it all the time. Don't really need to filter the water in Devon because we have got good water. But yeah, lots of water. I use a lot from the brand The Ordinary. And it's like they're called like the Abnormal Beauty Company because they don't really do it for profit. And everything comes in these little like glass bottles with pipettes. Pipettes. I love that word. And I use a mixture of hyaluronic acid. I've got vitamin C in suspension, which doesn't really like my skin very much. More, my skin doesn't like it very much. I also use lots of oils on my face. Manula oil, I think that's what it's called. Also, I can't remember the other oil. Argan oil. I use a lot of argan oil on my skin. And I also tend to use a lot of Korean sheet masks as well. I do about 2 or 3 Korean sheet masks a week. Makeup wise, I tend to use a bit of CC cream. You can probably see why my face is always a bit shiny. And it just balances out your like skin tone a little better. I always find I really, really like it. People always ask if I like make up my eyebrows. No, I don't. I get them waxed and I get them tinted as well, just so it like makes the shape nice and sharp. But I've also always had quite thick eyebrows. And a bit of concealer if I'm looking like a bag of shit. And it's usually from It Cosmetics. Same with the CC cream as well. I use a bit of It Cosmetics CC cream. They've got like their SPF 50. Like, it's amazing. So yeah. Moving on. Rach, hello. Welcome. I kept wondering how old you are. A guess would be 27 to 28. Well, you can stay. I hope it's not too high or offensive to ask. It's not offensive to ask. Don't be so daft. Also, thank you for being your authentic self and making me laugh like I would with my best friends. Telling us to shush and whiffle and bet your left tit has had me in stitches every day. Wish you all the best in your full-time YouTube adventures. Thank you so much, darling. I'm 34. Yeah, I am 34 years old. There's always such a stigma with like age and gaming. When I was doing my game design degree, the most interesting fact that I got from that degree was the fact that the average worldwide age of a gamer is 37. That is the average age of a gamer. So never feel like you are too old to game because it is absolutely bullshit. And one person I can absolutely recommend from that is Miss Shirley Curry on YouTube. She's an 80-year-old woman who plays Skyrim. She is amazing. She calls everybody her grandkids, and I love her, and I would die for her. So yeah, I'm 34. 34 years old. Nearly 35. Amy J. What would you like to see with how The Sims 5 handles DLC, stuff packs, game packs, some new form? Also, what would you love to see in build mode that we've never seen before? I'd love to see things like wall trims, baseboards, crown molding. Yeah, paint wallpaper, blah. Sorry, I'm not blah, blah, blahing you, Amy. Goodness, that was a long comment. Sorry. Yes, it was. Yes. So we could really personalize walls. I do love that idea of having like coving and stuff. We call it coving. I don't know if you're from the UK or not. I would love that. Ornate coving and things. So The Sims 5 handles DLC. I would like to see them get rid of game packs. I know this is like, oh god, but I would prefer just expansions and maybe stuff packs, and maybe stuff packs brought out more and more. Game packs, I always feel like they're kind of limiting. Like they haven't got much stuff as the expansion, and they've got more stuff than the stuff packs. So yeah, I would prefer to see it that way. Maybe bring back the store. I always loved like the Sims 3 store. Yeah, I would. What would I love to see in build mode that we've never seen before? Freedom with the walls, freedom with the windows, freedom with the terrain, being able to build at different levels, being able to have multiple different things on one lot. Example, like a cafe, a house, and maybe a do you know what I mean? Like a laundrette or something that they could all work differently. Yeah, something along those lines. Definitely. Next question is from Hannah Badger. Love your name. A very important one. How do you pronounce scone? Well, there you go. You got the answer to that. Some people say scone. I say scone. And then some people say scone. I say scone. And when it comes down to it, does it really matter? It's one of these things. Like in my last video, the speed build video that I got out on Saturday. So many people were fuming with the way I was saying Kyoto. I know it's Kyoto, so I've been learned now, but Oh, it gets tedious when you've got lots of people like trying to correct you on stuff. So say scone, however the bloody hell you want to say scone, and I will say Kyoto, however I want to say as well. This one is from Esky or Esgy. I'm not even going to try and pronounce your surname because I don't want to offend. How was it for you, the process of getting used to watching yourself while editing and comfortable in front of a cam for those considering but too afraid? It was so hard in the beginning. That was another reason why I was probably a little bit uncomfortable and shy in a lot of my earlier videos, because I hated going back and listening to my voice and watching myself on camera. But with editing and stuff, I think it just comes with time. It comes with time, and that's the only way that you kind of get past that. Now I couldn't give a shit. There's still some things I look at and I cringe, but I will just put it out there. I don't hardly edit any of my videos down at all. Apart from the times that I'm kind of stopping and having a break, whether that be a vape. I do vape, by the way. A lot of people probably don't know that. And I know it's not bad. I know it's not good for you. I don't need you all being mums in the comments, but it's much better for you than smoking cigarettes, which I do not want to do. And I haven't done for the past 6 years. And yeah, drinking water and stuff. But yeah, it comes with time, mate. I think you've just got to bite the bullet and just do it. And just try and be yourself. Just be yourself. Next one is from Libby Hardell. Hello, Libby. Where would you like to live outside of the UK? I mean, personally, I'd rather inside of the UK. I wouldn't like to live anywhere else. Sorry. If I had to choose in the UK, I would love to live in Scotland. Scotland has got my heart. I absolutely love that place. It's one of those beautiful places I've ever seen. So yeah, I would love to live in Scotland, but I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. So no, I can't answer the question. I love the UK. And next question, Cherry Lambert, was it Cherie Lambert? Silent lurker here. No worries. Haha. What YouTubers do you watch? YouTubers I watch. I love Kendall Ray. She's like a real crime kind of paranormal conspiracy like YouTuber. She's so down to earth, so real. I absolutely love her. Along with Raw Beauty Christie. I absolutely love Raw Beauty Christie. She is a beauty YouTuber, but also a bit more of a lifestyle blogger as well. She's, again, real, genuine, down to earth. That's where I go. Jenna Marbles was one of my favorites as well. I watched all of her videos. I like the real, genuine people on YouTube. I really do. Yeah. But I also watch the Endless Adventure as well, which are like they're a couple of like travel vloggers. Adventure Archives. It's like 4 family members and best friends who hike, and they show you all around their like hikes and stuff. And one of them is really knowledgeable on plants and flowers. They're just so interesting. Absolutely love them. I also watched Robbie Huang, which is one of the Adventure Archives members. He does his own vlogs, and he's just got he's an amazing cinematographer. Like, he does some amazing shots. He does some really cool edits. I love his videos as well. So I do watch quite a bit of content on YouTube, but not a lot of Sims content, which brings me on to the next one. Do you watch fellow Simmers? Sorry, I'm just sorting my bloody short legs out of my trousers because they're tight. I don't really tend to watch a lot of fellow Simmers on YouTube. I love watching Freezer Bunny's builds. I will watch every single one of his builds, along with Harry's as well. I watch every single one of her builds. I watch quite a few of Plumbella's videos as well. I really love Jessie's like thoughts and takes on things. But other than that, no, I don't tend to watch a lot more Simmers. Main reasons being I don't want those videos to kind of influence mine. If you know what I mean, I kind of want mine to be my own and a lot different from others, or hopefully, you know? So yeah. You fall into the abyss of YouTube and I fall into the abyss of YouTube quite often, and I enjoy that ride. I really do. Just a side note, I love your videos, your humour and creativity. Lately, I've been listening to your builds on my 1 hour drives from work. Oh, rewatch them the next day so I can see the creations. Thank you so much. Keeping myself laughing with your fill. Thank you so much, my dear. That's really, really sweet of you. I really appreciate you. I really do. Which brings me to the end, my loves. This is the end of the Q&A. I'm sorry if I didn't get to answer all of your questions, but there was a lot. There was a lot there. We can do this again. We can do it again. Feel free to ask me anything. I will happily answer. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. It's a little bit different. I can imagine the camera work and everything else a little bit amateurish, but that's what I am. We're learning on the job together. This adventure is we'll see how we'll progress over the years. I could be an Oscar-winning cinematographer by the end of it. You never know, do you? But yeah, as you guys know, this is pre-recorded as well. So I'm away until Saturday. So all of my videos from this point onwards are going to be pre-recorded. But yeah, they should be interesting. I think you guys will like them. But yeah, I'm going to be speaking to you again in real time on Monday. I will see you all in real time on Monday. But yeah, I'm going to say goodbye now. Thank you so much for watching this. I appreciate you. Get some lovely comments going in the comment box below. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.